Hi everybody, this is Ty Williams with a celebrity psychic reading on Ji Yong Kwon, aka G Dragon, from Big Bang Part 2. I decided to do a reading on him to see what's going on around him on September and Octoberish. So bear with me. I see recently I see him visiting TOP to check up on him around September and October. Um, I see that he is overworked. He losing lots of weight, lots of muscle mass, weight. I feel he have a eating disorder. That's what I feel like. Like he's very self-conscious about his weight and his body image, and also I feel like he's very insecure about his sexuality. Is some people don't know that Ji Yong Kwon, aka G Dragon, is bisexual. Um, like really bisexual, but however, I feel like his fans and his friend is trying to make him seem not gay at all, like not straight. Like I see some of them like deleting and removing gay related themes and pictures and images. um Definitely, like if he like a rainbow flag or a rainbow color or a daisy color or a pink color, they will automatically delete his likes of the rainbow, pink, um anything related to gay. I feel like he's very pressured to marry this woman who is a Libra or Aquarius. Um, that is what I see. Like I feel like people are very pressuring him to do things that he don't want to do, and there is some type of fear of if he do what the people tell him to do. I believe that his male lover, who is a Sagittarius, will leave him. And I think that is the plan for the people who want him to live in a heterosexual relationship with this woman and marry her. That's what I'm getting, and that will cause lots of emotional stress. Um, um, Eating disorder will be increased. Um, like I could see him having a nervous breakdown over it. I feel like there are people who claiming that they are friends with him will turn their back on him when he is not popular, or he will come out as bisexual. Some people don't know that in South Korea, in Eastern countries, like the Muslim countries, in the Asian country, they highly don't respect homosexuality. in the LGBT community. Because if you look at um, articles that um, it's hard for Asians um, to come out the closet because of this the stigma of gay and bisexual people or the LGBT community. I feel um, he was pressured um, to not be himself, and I feel like he take a bigger self. He take a bigger step self. Take a bit of step to become himself. He ain't like saying like I'll come out as bisexual. No, he he's showing his true self. I think that Ji Yong Kwon is showing his true self without coming out as bisexual. I feel like he's coming out being who he is. Like if people love him for his music, they should love him for who he is as the person behind G Dragon. You know, and some people don't know about G Dragon and Ji Young Kwon. Ji Young Kwon and G Dragon are the same people, but Ji Young Kwon is more quiet and more shy towards strangers and very private. G Dragon's all about living the life, all about partying, all about going to clubs, all about drinking, all about having a good time. But I do see he is. There are two sides to him. You know, like Jin Young Kwon is more of a loner, and G Dragon is more of like a god to celebrities in Asia and Korea. Like all celebrities, like kind of like idolize him and being this like odd with him. But Jin Young Kwon is not as confident as G Dragon. And I feel like Jin Young Kwon is coming out of his shadow of the G Dragon image. Like he's trying to find his voice within Jin Young Kwon. And I feel like he is doing that to help him to understand the difference between the real him and G Dragon. And I feel like his mom gonna be involved in his finance. I feel like the mom is trying to um, talk to YG about the money issue. But I feel like um, Jin Young Kwon work as an idol, as a producer, as a fashionista, as everything touring, but he get little pay of his tour and other things. And I feel like um Jin Young's mom is questioning like where's the money? Where is the fair share of the money? And I feel like YG is trying to make him as a solo artist. Like, I feel like YG is manipulating Big Bang. I feel like um, he trying to make the group divided like trying to like put G Dragon in a higher pedestal, oh Ji Yong Kwon in a higher pedestal, but however he is not seeing that the other members is trying to keep up with Ji Yong Kwon and G Dragon, and I feel there is tensity and a big explosion, a big explosion with emotions about people's honesty. I'm talking about Ji Young Kwon and Big Bang, but also I feel like Ji Young Kwon gonna have issues with his other friends too, and I feel like he's very torn between Big Bang and his personal life as Jin Young Kwon. And I feel there gonna be a breakthrough. It could be good and bad, but however, I'm very concerned of Jin Young Kwon's health. I feel like he's not healthy. I feel like he's gonna have somewhat of a nervous breakdown, but however, you don't really know that he have a a mental breakdown. Um, you don't know. It's like they're keeping it quiet. And one thing about the Korean media, when serious shit go down, they trying to keep it quiet and secretive as possible, and they trying to use other media plays to um, cover up what's going on, what's really going on. And I'm very concerned about why is about G Dragon relationship is appointed. You know, like why? And I feel like it's something about YG is just messy. Like having so much stress on his idols, um and I feel like every idol is not perfect. Every idol is not innocent. All idols has flaws and something imperfect, something imperfect about them. And I feel like YG is um, I feel like YG is very harsh because he know the Korean public. He knows that what the Korean public wants. Despite he can be an asshole, but however, he got a sense of I know what the fans want, and I know what the Korean media want. But however, he like I cannot risk certain things about my idol being this way or my idol to be gay or bisexual. That's a no-no for him. Or imperfect. Um, and that's why I feel like he is making Jin Young Kwon to do a marketing about his love life. And I feel like people are very obsessed with his love life. And to me, perfectly honestly, I don't really like talking about celebrity love life because I feel like when you talk about celebrity love life, it's like a jinx. It feels like a jinx. And I like kind of like not talk about celebrity love life or personal life because I'm trying to be respectful. Like I'm trying to keep certain things private. Um, if Ji Yong Kwon rest, like have more rest, I could see him doing a lot of collaboration with Western people because I see him learning English. I see him very interacting with the Western people. Surprisingly, not being shocked, but it's like he's more um, carefree talking to the Western people. Like he's more comfortable talking to Western people because I feel like Western people are not judgmental. And we not like we tell it as it is. Like certain things like celebrities in the Western world, the Western um countries like America, Canada, um, Europe, you name it. We are not judgmental. We just say things in our mind, and we are not ashamed about what we say about our life. But in the Eastern, like Asia and the Middle East, people are very conscious of what they say about their life. Like I see why in the Western world we are so free to express all things in life. But in the East, it's more like you cannot say certain things because um, this um, certain things will hurt someone's feelings or people are sensitive about certain things you said. That's how um, Eastern, like in Korea and Malaysia and Indonesia or Taiwan and China, Japan, Taiwan, people are so scared to say things on their mind and do things on their mind or hide certain things they hide their true feelings. And I feel like Ji Yong Kwon hides certain things towards himself, on himself, um, with his Asian friends, who is like Korean um, native, South Korean, Japanese native, and the list goes on and on. Like he's trying to keep certain avenues to himself, but when he's with um, Western people, he becomes more liberated. He becomes more free. If you notice, when he's in America, and I find it very funny. Um, I feel like he was happy in America, but I feel like the people around him is like controlling his every move, like his staff workers, his manager. I feel like they are controlling his life. He controls his every move. I think the band is not controlling him. I really do believe, like the band who played this concert and stuff. I feel like they're not controlling. I feel like they helping him. They help him to understand himself. And I feel like the agents, um, staff workers, or people from YG Entertainment is just like surrounding him, making sure that he is not around certain people who give him understanding about himself and liberate about what his true motive, his true feelings. And I feel like there is a person, a Western person, who is talking to him. And it's kind of like it's best to keep your relationship private as possible, or just don't date at all. Just take time to find who is the right one for you. That is what I'm getting. Like, um, this person understand him. Like, being bisexual, um, I'm gonna explain about bisexual. Um, Bisexual, you're attracted to males and women, or males and females, or you like males and females. And bisexuality is not about um, a you date a person at the same time, like you date a woman and date a man at the same time. That is not bisexuality. That is not. That is polyphony. You know what I'm talking about, where you date more than one person. Polyphony. I cannot pronounce it, but you know what I'm talking about. Bisexuality is not that. Not that at all. Um, it's about when a man loves a man and a woman, um, whatever comes to the man, whatever he's attracted to, if that man fell in love with a man, you will date the man and marry the man. If he met a woman, he will fall in love with and marry a woman. Plain and simple. Don't get things twisted about bisexuality. It's about, if you like a woman, if you're a female who is bisexual, if you like a woman, you date a woman. If you like a man, date a man. But don't date them at the same time. I don't know who got this fucked up view about bisexuals, or love to be in an open relationship. And that's another problem with this issue going around in society, in the media, about having an open relationship. Um, Open relationship, I hate open relationship. I hate where a married man will date women while being married, or a woman who is in a relationship with a man while dating other men. It seemed like a whore ass move. It's like a whore, like a slut. So that's my opinion. I'm not calling bisexual as whores and sluts and man whores. I'm not saying that. It's just that there are some people who believe that bisexuals, or have an open relationship while being in a relationship with a man and being in a relationship with a woman, like date them at the same time. I'm not with that stuff. And I feel like the people who are around um, Ji Yong Kwon is telling him this: just be patient. You don't have to rush in a marriage or a relationship to please others. Just focus on yourself. Just focus. So that is what I pick up. So this is Ty Williams. Thank you for listening. Good day and goodbye.